I have made the calculated decision. I'm not going to partake in this unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball league. I think it's a joke. I think it's a mistake.
Have you watched Angel Reese's viral videos? Lacking wide-open layups when you watch her game tape. It's astonishing to see how a professional basketball player struggles with abilities that most high school students have mastered. It also begs the issue of how she even got to the WNBA.
She has no skill. She has energy, she has an attitude, she'll rebound you the basketball. Great. Nothing else.
Even more astounding is the fact that, in spite of these obvious flaws, Reese has celebrated as though she is changing women's basketball today. We'll show you why basketball experts believe she may be the least talented player to reach this level and why the comparison to Caitlin Clark isn't even close. The video doesn't lie.
What I give, she's got self-awareness. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Absence of open layups, it's incredible to witness how professional basketball player struggles with skills that most high school students have mastered when you watch her game footage. It also raises the question of how she entered the WNBA in the first place.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion.
The fact that Reese is celebrated as if she is revolutionizing women's basketball today despite these glaring shortcomings is even more astonishing. The footage doesn't lie, and we'll show you why basketball experts think she might be the least gifted player to make it this far, and why the comparison to Caitlin Clark isn't even close. As basketball commentators noted what this shows about her self-assurance and her skills, she genuinely lacks confidence in her ability to make even the most basic basketball shot.
She's aware, like, this ain't really my thing. Let me get this hot potato out of my hand and to somebody that knows what they're doing with it as soon as possible.
When you look closely at her shooting form, you can notice basic technical errors that weren't fixed in college. Have you seen her footwork near the rim? It's pure mayhem. One stride too many here, wrong foot forward there, and it's like watching someone who's still learning the game. Her release point is also inconsistent, varying from high to low.
Runs down court with the basketball, 3-4 steps ahead of everybody, has an easy layup, and throws it to the girl behind her.
Look at someone like Caitlin Clark, who entered the league with roughly the same height but exhibits textbook finishing technique. To see how this compares to other rookies who entered the league with polished finishing skills. Even players who aren't known for their scoring abilities exhibit greater confidence around the rim than Reese.
He wants nothing to do with having to shoot the basketball. And I give her credit. It's self-awareness.
The most perplexing thing is how someone can compete at the highest level of professional basketball without mastering this basic skill. It begs the question of whether she developed these flaws in college, or if she was merely surviving on her size and athleticism against weaker opponents. In any event, these shortcomings are now clearly visible at the professional level.
Angel Reese has self-awareness, and that will be a good thing. If she just wants to be the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA, she can have at it. She can go at it.
When it comes to finishing ability, is Angel Reese truly the worst player in WNBA history? The statistics and game footage strongly suggest that she may be one of the least talented finishers to ever reach this level. Her field goal percentage in the paint is pitiful for a player her size, and the eye test supports the data, which shows that she just cannot finish consistently against WNBA defenders.
Last night, I'm sure there were some red faces in the crowd caused by uncontrollable laughter, as the crowd of dozens of people witnessed Angel Reese once again struggle to make routine layups.
Even though Reese has trouble finishing around the rim, her impressive rebounding numbers are used by the media and fans as evidence that she belongs in the league. However, what if I told you that many of those rebounds are actually the result of her own missed shots?
But let's hopefully end this whole fake double-double deal where they're feeding her the ball at the end of the games and she's getting garbage buckets.
When it comes to finishing ability, is Angel Reese truly the worst player in WNBA history? The statistics and game footage strongly suggest that she may be one of the least talented finishers to ever reach this level. Her field goal percentage in the paint is pitiful for a player her size, and the eye test supports the data, which shows that she just cannot finish consistently against WNBA defenders.
Last season, there was speculation that Angel Reese was missing layups on purpose. The theory was the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie was missing easy layups so she could get the easy rebound and make the shot on her second attempt.
Even though Reese has trouble finishing around the rim, her impressive rebounding numbers are used by the media and fans as evidence that she belongs in the league. However, what if I told you that many of those rebounds are actually the result of her own missed shots? Is Angel Reese really the worst player in WNBA history in terms of finishing ability? Her field goal percentage in the paint is pathetic for a player her size, and the eye test confirms the data, which indicates that she simply cannot finish consistently against WNBA defenders. These statistics and game footage strongly imply that she may be among the least talented finishers to ever reach this level.
Basically, they were accusing Angel Reese of padding her stats, which, don't get me wrong, that was definitely happening. Do you guys remember that mythical streak of double-doubles last summer, where the media was celebrating the supposed greatness of this elite athlete? Angel Reese is amazing!
The media and fans view Reese's outstanding rebounding numbers as proof that she belongs in the league, despite her struggles with finishing around the rim. But what if I told you that she actually missed a lot of baskets that led to those rebounds?
There would be 2 or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Angel Reese would have 2 points and 4 rebounds. The Chicago shitfucks would be down by 20 points, and all of a sudden, Angel Reese would take over the game. She would not stop fighting. She would cut that 20-point lead down to 15 and miraculously end the game with a double-double.
Oh, very ironic. Keep an eye on Reese's positioning during games to spot another warning sign. While her teammates are attempting to play proper defense, Reese consistently abandons her defensive assignments to chase rebounds. She is already positioning herself for the board, which leaves Chicago's defense with huge gaps and gives opponents easy scoring opportunities. However, at least she got another rebound for her stats, right?
There were a lot of people who believed that Angel Reese was intentionally missing layups. And part of me understands why it would be easy to believe that. I mean, it is kind of hard to believe that a semi-professional basketball player could be this bad at basketball.
Angel, while Reese receives the accolades, her teammates essentially perform all the grunt work. They fight through screens, boxing out opponents and making space before Reese jumps in at the last second to get the uncontested rebound. It's similar to claiming credit for a team effort in which you hardly participated.
One of the only recognizable players in your league, Angel Reese, can't make shots while standing under the basket. One of them. It happens, but in the NBA, we call those bloopers. In the NBA, it is the exception. In the WNBA, it's the norm.
What transpires when she grabs those rebounds reveals even more. Reese usually hands the ball over or forces crazy shots rather than using it wisely. Dennis Rodman is one of the greatest rebounders in basketball history. Despite their apparently excellent rebounding, Reese the Sky is in the bottom of the league. Charles Barkley and even modern stars like Breanna Stewart don't only accumulate numbers, they also create extra possessions that directly lead to team victory.
Angel Reese didn't even attend the game. She was not in the building last night when her team achieved this remarkable accomplishment.
If being present when it counts most is a sign of genuine dedication to your team, then Angel Reese joined Team Rose alongside talented players like Lexi Hull during the Unmatched tournament, which offered WNBA players an opportunity to earn extra cash and showcase their skills in a different format. However, on championship night, Angel Reese was nowhere to be seen.
Of course, they had to mention that, this championship that Angel Reese has added to her trophy case, that she didn't even play in the last 2 games.
Yes, that's correct. As her teammates competed for a championship, Reese entirely disappeared during the tournament's last 2 games. She admitted to having a wrist injury, but it seems that other interests took precedence over helping her teammates during their most important time, even if it meant sitting on the sidelines.
She thought so much of this championship that she was like, nah, I don't want to diminish the greatness of this championship by attending the game and rooting on my teammate.
The message couldn't be more clear. What was Angel doing when Team Rose was fighting for the title? Social media tells the story. Personal branding is more important than team achievement in basketball.
Angel Reese was so thrilled, she FaceTimed in during the press conference and celebration. That's how big this Unrivaled championship.
What's more shocking is Reese's response when Team Rose won the championship without her. Rather than keeping a low profile to show respect for her teammates who worked hard, she FaceTimed into the celebration as if she were a remote contributor. Can you imagine Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant doing the same? It's ridiculous.
That Angel Reese had to take time out of her busy schedule while being crowned a champion. She took time out of her crowded, busy schedule to FaceTime.
The social media posts followed, with reposting on Instagram. What are you going to say now? After he had essentially missed the last games and had done nothing to help the team win the championship. This wasn't just tone deaf. It was a great example of her attitude toward professional sports, as though she personally deserved recognition for the team's accomplishments.
She missed the last 2 games, and this championship game was so unimportant, she's like, nah, I'm good. I'll watch from home. I'll watch this stream from home.
When you don't support your team during their most important moments, you're telling everyone what matters most to you, and it's not basketball, as critics have quickly pointed out. Other critics pointed out that players who support one another, particularly when it matters, are the foundation of championship teams.
Let's get into the stats. First, we'll pull up the best point guard in the WNBA objectively, Caitlin Clark. In her one professional season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark came away with an average of 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds for the season.
The footage of Clark's and Reese's actual basketball skills side by side is honest, and what it shows about their skill gap may completely alter your opinion of both players. Those championship mentality differences are evident in every facet of these players' games.
Physically demanding.
No, it is extremely difficult. Just one, not only physically, but also mentally staying in it.
Go against another team here. They've been chomping at the bit. It's Taurasi, what a spin! Taurasi a finish.
Man.
A 20-year veteran, Diana Taurasi, dialing back. And it's Clark on the other end.
Let's begin by discussing what happens in a game versus the Mystics when Caitlin Clark collects the ball beyond the arc. Her shot preparation is instantaneous, with her feet straight, shoulders aligned, and eyes fixed on the target. Despite opponents charging at her from various directions, Clark made 3 straight three-pointers with the same form. This type of muscle memory can only be developed by shooting thousands of shots every day, and no one is observing.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. What Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far has just been nothing short of remarkable. The one thing that I really love about her, she loves the game. You can tell she's put the work in.
Now take a look at Clark's passing vision. She averaged 8.4 assists per game last season because she was able to anticipate plays before they happened. In one crucial game, Clark threaded a no-look pass through 3 defenders, leaving the opposing coaches stunned. This isn't just natural talent. It's the product of obsessive film study and basketball intelligence that Clark has developed since she was in her early teens.
Throughout, her short WNBA career, it's been a lot of pressure, a lot of things thrown at her, and she keeps showing up and keeps getting better every single game. So her future is super bright, and being a veteran and being in this league for a long, long time, it's pretty cool to see that and, going into the future.
What Clark does at difficult times, such as her early season shooting slump, is arrive 2 hours early for extra shooting workouts. Following a game against Phoenix that ended with 5 turnovers, Clark remained on the court practicing ball handling drills while, as teammates make their way to the locker room, contrast it with Reese brand appearances and social media tweets in response to criticism.
Supported. A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Reese's offensive rating is among the lowest of the starting forwards in the league, and the Fever played 3 games in 4 nights, while Clark's declining elite-level productivity has a direct impact on winning. Clark canceled a planned appearance to concentrate on recuperation and film analysis. This degree of dedication isn't a small thing. It's what sets exceptional players apart from mediocre ones.
Oh, I mean, I think more importantly, I think she's done a lot for the Indiana Fever. You know, that's a team that, for the last, couple years is trying to get back to their glory days of Tamika Catchings and putting up banners. So obviously what she's done, I think nationally for the game has been pretty incredible. And, whenever you have that momentum coming out of college and, the eyes on you for 4 years straight. So I think what she's doing for that team right now is pretty impressive. And, that's when I think of her, I think of what she does for her team.
Even WNBA veterans are observing the change. While most rookies seem to be figuring out how to mix basketball with everything else, Diana Taurasi recently said that Clark plays basketball like someone who has devoted her entire life to learning every aspect of the game.
Used to, but I think especially Caitlin Clark, she's been killing it, and I'm a huge fan, and I never say that, but I think it's fun what she's doing. When it comes to viewership, man, I think a lot of people have a lot to learn about our league, but I think that's a really fun thing. And if you have really anything negative to say about all the viewership and everything that this rookie class is doing, I just think that you're not capitalizing on it, and you might be a little jealous.
For true basketball fans, the media machine's constant promotion of narratives that just don't align with what is occurring on the court is the most annoying thing. As basketball fans, don't we deserve better? We deserve stars who put their craft first, show up when it counts, and help win games. The game we love isn't about Instagram followers or branded merchandise. It's about mastering the fundamentals, supporting teammates, and letting your game do the talking. How many times have you seen highlights of Reese's alleged dominance without any context about her efficiency? Meanwhile, players with genuine skill and dedication receive a fraction of the attention.